So yesterday, both teams scoring on their opening drives. Saints settled for a field goal. The Patriots, they didn't have to settle.
Play fake by May. Roll right. Sets up. Plants. He throws a deep ball. Wide open pop. Douglas at the 14. Catch left side of the 10. Cuts right to the 5. To the end zone. Touchdown. Patriots.
What a throw by May. Off a little play action fake to the left side. That's the way you counter.
All right, so second possession for both teams. New Orleans scores the field goal, kicks field goal again, and it looked like Demario Douglas was going to get his second touchdown.
Diggs motions right. May's looking that way. Doesn't have it. Starts to move around the pocket. Drops back. Fires it deep. He's got an open man, and it's Douglas again with a pirouette for 25. He carries it left. He gets a block to the 15 to the 10. He's gone! Touchdown! Pop Douglas with his second. And the Patriots add to their lead. Drake Maye with a bit of a pirouette in the pocket, and then Pop Douglas with the pirouette after the catch, but now there's a penalty.
So that call came after the point after special team had come on to the field. And
offense had already sat down on the bench.
It's done. And there's a flag.
That happened during the Kansas City game last night, too, by the way. When the Lions scored with the Goff touchdown where he caught the pass, where there was the direct snap, and then he caught the pass.
That's right.
The special teams were out, and there wasn't even a flat. There was a discussion.
Yeah.
So if you think,
now that I think about it, he really didn't take a step back from the center, and he's supposed to pat him on the ass and then spin around and kiss the sky, and then walk slowly over to the.
That was good analysis, though. From the look, I wanted the Lions.
Collinsworth had it. Collinsworth knew exactly.
Well, Collinsworth is fantastic.
Yeah,
Collinsworth is fantastic.
Called it immediately, but
Collinsworth shows guys like blocking downfield and stuff. Collinsworth really good. Anyway. I know the officiating was really bad in the Patriots game, but so I watched basically 3 games yesterday, different times. That happened in 2 of them. Mm-hmm. That the special teams were out to kick an extra point, and they were. This was a late flag in the same way. Is that a Goff? Apparently, if there was a direct snap in the Lions game. To Montgomery, and he threw a pass to Goff that Goff caught for a touchdown. And what happens, I guess, is if you're lined up under center, you have to, when you drop back, you have to stop and then go into motion, or something like that.
You have to go into motion and stop.
And then stop. Okay,
which Goff never did. So he went in motion, stayed in motion, and Montgomery threw him the swing pass out to the left.
Okay,
now if that's the rule, great. But it was obvious he was still in motion. There was no flag thrown until after the touchdown was made.
They said it both ways, though. They said that so I'm not positive when he had to stop. Because they said he had to stop before he went into motion. Which kind of makes more sense than stopping after the motion. I think that was what it was. You have to stop before you go into motion. Mm-hmm. Because then you're announcing kind of that someone else is taking them. I don't know what it is. Whatever the rule is, it was very obscure. And
the reffing was not on point.
But the point is that, this seems like a national travesty that the special teams unit was out. I'm just saying that it happened twice yesterday. In 2 of the 3 games I watched, that happened twice. So there you go. Take it for what it's worth. It's nothing. The league's not out to get the Patriots as much as people would like that to be the case.
Well, unfortunately, that bad call to go to the Patriots touchdown wasn't the only bad call of the day.
Yeah, but Scott, that play I heard on the radio, and Scott was like, this is a home cooking refs, like as if that wild crowd in New Orleans got them all turned around, and they just.
How late was that?
With a very late call and explanation. The teams are already lined up.
How do you do that when you're set for a PAT field goal?
Oh boy.
PAT. All right.
They throw that when they're setting up? You've got to be kidding me.
An offensive pass interference called on Austin Hooper.
Looking for it. We're still looking for it.
Correction. The penalty was on number 8. Number 8.
So they make the call on Stephon Diggs, and I see Diggs being held up by a defensive back at the 45-yard line.
No. Host job.
Yeah.
It was, look, there's no one debating it. It was a terrible, terrible call. That's just awful. The thing that you're walking the line constantly. People want them to get the game right. They want them to get the calls right. It sucks when, A, you get the call wrong, or B, it totally inhibits the flow of the game and just the entertainment aspect of the game. And, there's like this rise and fall of emotion, and you think you've just witnessed something, and then 30 seconds later, the refs come on the field and say, no, that's not what happened there.
It's even worse, too, because the flow of the game is interrupted again when the officials make one or two makeup calls in the same drive to make sure the Patriots have a fair shot to get the ball down the field. You had a pass interference right after that, a defensive hold right after that, and still very choppy. So there's no ebb and flow to the game at all. The referees understood that call was terrible, so they did their best to make up for it. And in the process, made this game last much, much longer than it needed to.
That's ridiculous. That's a
Demario
worse call.
Stevenson steps up in front of Drake Maye as Douglas motions right to left, a chance at least to catch his breath. 3 to the left, wide side of the field, 1 receiver right. Maye drops back to throw. Steps up. He's going to loft another long ball down the left side, looking for Kyle Williams, and a flag in the secondary. Back at the 35-yard line as the ball lands incomplete. And it's going to be a pass interference on New Orleans.
We've been doing this 13 years. That call of Diggs is the worst I've ever seen.
Interference, defense, number 29. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul, automatic first down.
So the Patriots get the spot foul.
Yeah, makeup call. All right, very good. All right, eventually the Patriots would score on that drive as Drake Maye finds Kayshon Boutte, 14-6 as they hit into the second quarter. Saints would score their first touchdown of the day in the second to make it 14-13.
Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, the media loves themselves some Taysom Hill. Couldn't say enough about that guy. 35 years old, kind of running around out there. He can be a quarterback. He can be a tight end too, Fred.
Yeah,
I don't know if
BYU
you've
guy.
seen it. Oh, yeah, people, the media falls all over themselves for this guy. The most mediocre player I've ever
It
seen.
was less than mediocre. All right. Everyone wants to call in today. Tim, go ahead.
Freddie T, what's happening? So
up?
the Goff play, under center, you have to take 2 steps to make yourself the non-quarterback and then go into motion. So that's where it was. It wasn't he was moving in motion. You have to establish yourself as the non-quarterback before.
John was wrong. I was right, is what you're saying.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Hell of a day, Fred. Screw John.
Yep. John was wrong. I was right. Thank you for Tim. John tried to correct me, but he was wrong in his correction. So thank you.
I was
You notice
all
that,
over.
Hardy?
It's the best kind.
It's the best kind when someone steps in to correct you, and then you can come back and say, and then
No.
No, I was right.
I was right.
I
You
was
were wrong.
I was watching it. See, I heard the explanation, and it's not like either of us knew the rule. It's just he couldn't remember the explanation correctly, so it's even worse for him. Because it's not like he went in. Because you could just be wrong the way you remembered the rule, but to have us both hear it, and for one of us to remember and consume what was being said, and the other one to fail at that. Really, feather in my cap.
Listening comprehension.
Yeah.
Feather in your cap. No pun intended. No offense, John.
Got it.
Well, no, it's like my trophy.
It's your version of a scalp.
Yeah, exactly.
A feather?
Yeah,
Okay.
from you.
Okay.
Absolutely. You-
Pluck it right out of your tuchus.
Yeah, you dang bird.
All right, let's just break for a second, and we'll come back with one of the really horrific Patriots plays of the day in a game that they won. It was ugly though, and there was a decision made in the second, and some bad football going on.
Well, Spencer Rattler looked like a really good quarterback. I mean,
That's the one thing I noticed as the game went on. I was like, wait a minute, this guy just won his first NFL game last
he's
week.
like 5'9", $120.
My God.
And he's
the
throwing all over
receiver's
you.
running wide open in the middle of the field.
Yeah, that way.
Oh my God.
Look, and winning games in that fashion is great. Like, however you win. Just, I wouldn't want to perform that way defensively.
No,
against anybody. And now that shouldn't be an issue next week.
I don't want to get too far ahead, but this is perfect for Mike Vrabel. They won, but they did a lot of things wrong, and you can still point. Okay, don't get full of yourselves. Look at this. Look at all these mistakes.
Just like the Pittsburgh loss was a good loss because it showed that that if you just don't make those mistakes.
It's a great coaching win because you did enough things. You made a great decision late on a challenge, and you got more things on tape than you know what to do with this morning.
Well, the first half yesterday of the Patriots game, I guess it maybe hadn't been established yet that they wouldn't be able to run the ball at all yesterday, which is why on a 3rd and 7, Ramondre Stevenson gets the ball, and it goes nowhere. They're on the Saints 40 at that point, but the offense stays on the field.
Drake Maye with Demario Stevenson up in front of him to the right, leaning forward, left foot forward, stomps the right foot once and then twice, and the snap goes past him, past his right shoulder, and he has to slide on it.
What the hell are we doing?
Well, the Patriots line up offensively. It results, in essence, in a turnover. And worse than that, in Patriots territory now, as Maye had to cover up on the loose ball back at the Saints' 47-yard line.
Gross.
In today's day and age where field goals can be had from 55 or 56, they had a couple of chances to do that with Borregales and passed. Now, it worked one time, but that time you run the football on 3rd and 7, you don't get anything. So obviously the plan was to run for 3 or 4 yards and then set up another play on 4th and 3. If you don't do anything, which they didn't, why not bring the kid on? You're indoors, right? I mean, you theoretically, the elements in there, the air conditioning shouldn't affect him.
Because at that point, I think they were on the wrong side of the 50, and then you're asking him to make a 68-yard or something crazy like that.
You ran for no gain. It was 4th down. The bad snap happened on 4th down. So you run for no gain. It's 4th and 7.
You
have the football at the 40.
Bring him out there. Bring him out there for the 4th down try.
So it's a 57-yard.
Yes, which is certainly makeable in today's day and age. This kid, I mean, maybe that's at the outer reaches of his range, but I mean, it comes down to trust. Do you trust him or not? And obviously, Vrabel does not trust him outside of 45 or 50 yards.
Well, the Saints would end up getting another field goal, so the Patriots are trailing at this point. 16-14, but they were in position to answer before the end of the half.
Maye stands in, throws it near side. Boutte, catch made at the 3, shoved into the end zone. A flag on the play, and it's a touchdown for the Patriots.
Headshot? Oh, we got a headshot? Yep. Yeah.
Kayshon Boutte
He looks better than last week.
moves into the meeting at the 5-yard
That's not saying much.
line.
Disgusting. Holy crap, Drake Maye. Jesus.
Drake Maye standing in, poised, delivering the throw. Kayshon Boutte with a big day in the works back home in Louisiana.
Went for 2, initially ruled no good, which I have no idea how they ruled that no good initially. I mean, just watching it real time, bad angle, looked like he got across. It was good, and the Patriots would take the 22-16 lead into the locker room. How much of the second half were you engaged in, Fred?
I watched the second half. It wasn't a fait accompli at that point.
No, it wasn't. Just not great football. Fourth quarter.
No, I watched the entire second half.
Yeah.
I wasn't positive they were going to win that game. No, I thought that was a very watchable second half.
There were the couple more field goals. The Saints kicked one to make it 25-19. Patriots needed a turnover late, which they got.
Quarterback with a play. He stands in, throws underneath. They're going to turn and a catch. And a run straight ahead of the ball loose. Johnson had it. He fumbled near midfield. They're going to roll these down. Juwan Johnson with the second catch of the day. The tight end for the Saints again with a grab over the middle underneath.
Oh, ball's coming out.
Mike Vrabel has the flag in his right hand on the far sideline. He's ready
the ball
to jump.
coming out? It's very important you repeat that over and over.
He just did. He dropped the flag on the far side. Juwan Johnson.
We got a fumble here, guys. Yeah.
After review, it was determined that it was a catch, a fumble with a clear recovery by New England.
Yeah. First of 2 very good challenges.
Yeah.
By Mike Vrabel.
That's a tough. I mean, you can't blame the officials on that. That's a tough call, but that's a great challenge.
There was one earlier that everyone seemed to be second guessing why Vrabel didn't challenge earlier in the third quarter when it looked like a ball was knocked loose after reception. There was no challenge. He ended up holding on to it, great. And then Kayshon Boutte once again to help seal the deal.
Snap back to Maye, a twist up front. He stands in, he throws the left back, shoulder caught by Boutte. What a throw! The connection is there again. Drake Maye to Kayshon Boutte with a defender on his back. And a first down New England near midfield and back to the Saints' 49-yard line.
That's a big-time throw, boys. That is a big-time throw. Start the buses, pack the bags. You got a 4-2 football team heading home, baby.
That is one of those next level things. 3rd and 11 on the road, gotta have it. Back shoulder throw, great throw. Great throw.
He's really, really good. Maye's very, very good.
But then we had the challenge of all challenges after that play. Ref ruled that Boutte was out of bounds. That stopped the clock with 2:40 to go, which would mean you would have to get at least one more first down. However, Stretch up in the booth calls down. Vrabel says no, even though it was a catch. We all agree he landed inbounds, not out of bounds, so we want the clock to run. The replay proved that he was right. They allowed the clock to run down to 2 minutes, 3 kneel downs, game's over.
Yes, another good challenge from him. So there you go.
For the latest from the Sports Hub, download at 985thesportshub.com.